So message server also one of the work process in the DVGBM GS. Total the work process types are D, V, E, B, M, G, S, 7 types of work process we have. See here the message server, M for message server. Now we are discussing about message server. The message server is basically a load balancer. When this situation will come and how message server will do the load balancing, these two things we will discuss now. These two things we will discuss now. Like the regularly SAP having a 3-layer architecture. This is the UI layer, application layer, and the last layer is
database layer.
SAP GUI layer. What is the purpose of GUI layer?
To create the user request and send to application layer. Connect to application layer.
Very, very good. What is the purpose of application layer?
To receive user request and
execute.
Nice. The last layer is database layer.
Database layer.
The purpose of database layer is
Store the data.
To store the data.
exactly. When our application server will pass the data, the database will provide the data and it will store it. It's a storage place. It's a storage place. So that from this SAP GUI, the user request is went to the or created or sent to applications. In my laptop, I have my GUI. The same way, you will install the GUI in your laptop. The same way, Arif will install the GUI in his laptop. Mamata will install the SAP GUI in her laptop. Okay, Noman will install SAP GUI in his laptop. Like that, the multiple persons are accessing the same application server. Am I right?
Yes.
Because the application's details are same, right? We are all connected to the same application server. Let's see the user request 2, user request 3, user request 4, user request 4. All the user requests are received by the same application server. Multiple, infinite. Who will receive the user request?
Dispatcher.
Patcher.
Then
Wait queue.
Wait.
wait. Based on
First in, first out mechanism.
yeah,
Sorry.
what will assign?
Freely available work process.
Wrong. Once again, anyone else will try?
Dialog work process, I think.
Exactly. Really available. Dialog
Dialog
work
work process.
yes. Really available. Dialog work process is the same. Okay. So now I will give you a few statements from the dialog work process class. From the dialog work process class, each dialog work process can work for 5 to 10 users. Each dialog work process is can work for 5 to 10 users. Each data. The max work process limit is 600. The dialogues are greater than non-dialogues. Dialogues are greater than non-dialogues. And each work process need how much amount of memory?
75 to 300.
Exactly. And your RAM is needed. These are the few points. So, example. You are getting 1000 user requests. How many work processes are needed? As per this statements, just give me your response, your answer. You are getting 1000 user requests.
200.
You are getting 1000 user requests at a time. How many work process is needed to handle that user request? Each dialog can work for 5 to 10. Let's take the maximum value. Okay, how many dialogues are needed?
100.
100 dialogues. Dialogues are greater than non-dialogues. Let's just, for a rough calculation, just give plus 50. How much? Total work process? How many?
150.
Exactly. 150 are the total work process. Is that, can we configure 150 work process? Can we?
Yes, we can.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. How to increase the work process? How to
How
increase
to-
the work process?
Assigning RAM.
Yeah. Good. We need a RAM. When we are increasing, we need a more and more RAM.
RAM.
But
Sorry.
how to change the work process number?
We have one formula.
How to change? Anytime did you cross this? Okay. By changing this work parameter number, you can increase the work process. Am I right?
Sir.
That time you need to cross check whether you have a sufficient RAM or not. Okay. When user requests are increasing, or simply the proportional symbol I want. Proportional. Where is the proportional? Okay. Proportional to or increasing. We need to increase work process. Will you agree with this statement or not? Will you agree?
Yes.
You agree, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. This time you are getting 10,000 user requests or 5,000 user requests. How many work process are needed?
500.
How many?
500.
500.
500 dialogues. Am I right? By 10
Yes, yes.
plus some non-dialogues. Let's take some 100 non-dialogues.
Yes,
Total how many?
600.
Is that possible?
Yes, possible.
No, sir.
Yes,
600 is possible.
Again, you will increase the work process. Accordingly, when the user requests are increasing, you will increase the work process. You need to increase the resources also. Parallel. All are proportional. Very good. Now, you are getting 10,000 user requests once. Then,
You need
Instance.
1,000.
processes are needed.
Another instance is required.
Exactly. How many work processes are needed? First, let's calculate.
1,000.
3,000.
1,000.
Dialogues.
1,000 dialogues. Very good. 1,000 dialogues plus some 200 non-dialogues at least.
Yes,
Yes.
Total
1,200 dialogues.
1,200.
1200.
is that possible to increase 1,200 work process
No, it's
in the instance?
No, sir.
Oh, no.
No, it's not possible.
Not possible. So in that case, we will go for the multiple instances. As per our example, when your hotel, when you have installed your hotel, when you first time, when you started your hotel, defaultly you will get 2 instances, 2 floors. Remember, how many default? 2. Okay. The floor number 1 is a primary application server. The black 2 are one is PAS. Please make a note. Primary application server. Another instance is ASCS. The names SAP Central Services. SAP Central Services. In your DVC BMGS, E and M are Central Services. E, M are Central Services. One message server is enough to balance the load. One NQ is enough to provide the logs. So that is the reason they have separated these 2 work process and they have created a ASCS instance. The instance name is ASCS, SAP Central Services instance. The primary application server having D, V, B, G, S. Except EM, the remaining work process are there in primary application server. Till now we have discussed, we have dispatcher, we have 7 type of work process, but in that we have 2 instances. Defaultly 2 floors. Again, till 720 version. Okay, we have versions, right? We have discussed 1 minute. Till the 720 version, we have the instance name is CI. CI means central instance. Till the 720 version, we have a CI. CI having all the work process. DV, E, BM,
B.
GS. All the 7 work process. But from the 730 onwards, SAP is divided the CI to PAS plus AS. From 730 onwards, this is happened. Architectural change. ACS having again NQ and Message Server, the central and common services, and PAS having DV, B, GS. Both included CI will create. Like a CI is equal to PAS plus ASS. But CI with old SAP version, now we don't see that versions. You will see PS and ASS because minimum you will see 740 version in the market. The latest is 750. You have a PS plus ASS. Okay, this is one more point. Come back to today class. So when you have crossed this, see now our situation is we are getting 1,000 user requests. When the 1,000 customers are coming to your hotel, you cannot say them, hey, go back. I don't have the workers, sufficient workers in my hotel. Hey, please go back. We can't say, right? What we will do first, we will keep on increase the work process to handle the users. If hotel is not sufficient, the floor is not sufficient. We have maximum limit, work process is 600 per the floor, per the instance. Then we will keep on increase the floors. That's what everyone will do, right? So Hyderabad Paradise Hotel started with 1 floor. Now it is 5 floors. Because they are getting enough customers. They are getting more users. And the users requests are increasing. First we will increase the work process. If work process is not sufficient, if we reached the maximum limit, if we reached maximum limit of work process, still the user requests are increasing. Still user requests are increasing. We need to go for extra instances. The extra instance name is additional application server. Okay. So we will keep on increase the additional applications. Our additional application server is common here also. And the same additional application server is common here also. The additional application servers, see here. For example, PAS having 00. ASS having 01. Additional application servers like it can be from 0002, 03 and so on. 96 you have a maximum limit. 97, 98, 99 are SAP reserved instances. You got my point? Like additional application servers will be multiple. I saw 11 application servers for Harley Davidson client, the maximum. But when you go for some project, mostly you will see one instance on, like a PS plus ASUS. That's, you don't see the multiple application servers. The most of the cases, but sometimes the client is big, user requests are more, users are more, then you would have multiple instances. Any question here? Any question here? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No.
No. Very good. So now, see, I'm going with some new color. The first, the user request is going for message server. First, the user request is going for message server. Color is not changing. First, the user request is going for message server. Message server is a load balancer. But how he will balance the load variance? The message server is connected with dispatches. Now some more node points. Every instance having its own dispatcher and its own workforce. Work process will be multiple per instance. Dispatcher will be one per instance. Dispatcher, work process will be multiple, plural. But for all instances, message server will be one. Message server will be one. And that will be there on ASCS instance. Resides on ASCS. Okay. See, the message server is connected with all the dispatches. And just assume here one dispatcher. Just assume here one dispatcher. Just assume when how many instances we have. Do remember ASCS doesn't have a dispatch. ASCS having MQ message server only because it's a central dispatch. Okay. Okay. So now message server is connected with the dispatcher. Dispatcher connected with all the work process. Like this. Based on the work process status. Work process status. Message server will calculate the load. If more work process running means that instance is busy. If more work process is waiting means that instance is free. That instance is free. Message server connected with dispatcher, dispatcher connected with work process. Work process based on the work process status, based on work process status. Message server will calculate the load. Now, message based on the load, message server will balance the load variance. Got my point? Which instance is free? Message server knows that information. Understand?
Can you
Understand?
repeat it once?
Can you please repeat once
Message
again?
server is connected with dispatch. Like a number 1, number 2, number 3, the work process, number 4, work process status. Based on the work process status, more work process running means that instance is heavily loaded. More work process free means that instance is free. When I go to hotel floor, all the workers are working means it's loaded, right? All the workers are free. They're waiting. Means that instance is free, right?
Yeah.
Just using that concept, message server will do the load balance. He will send the user request to the freely available instance. Now, MS will send the user request to free instance. Is a load balance. Okay. This is how message server will do the load balance. Second point. Is it clear? Anyone having still questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So in the update class, we already discussed. Message server will involve in the lock mechanism. Update 1. In the update will ask the lock to the dialog. See, UPD. Update will ask lock to dialog. Dialog will ask lock to message server. Message server will lock to the NQ. Okay. So NQ will provide the lock. Back to the update like this. This is lock flow. So in the lock flow, the message server is involved. Message server is involved in this lock flow. Message server is involved. This is second. The last one, the last one is message server will be used for logon groups. Logon group. Anyone? What is the logon groups transaction code? No one knows. Very good. So logon group means you can send some group of user requests, specific user request to the specific instance. You have that provision. In SMLG, you can create a logon group. You can assign this logon group to. You can assign this logon group to specific instance. Logon group assigned to specific instance. When the user is logging with the group name, okay, so that the specific instance is already assigned, right? The user request directly goes to the specific instance. Basically, he is a load balance. But if you assign a specific instance to the group, that group is created in the logon groups. The user is coming with the logon group, the user request will automatically goes to the specific instance. Something with our example, some person is coming with hotel pass, like some students. We created a specific instance, 5th floor for the students. We don't want to club the people. We don't want to disturb our user request and users. You will create that pass, entry pass in the SMLG, the pass given to the user. Users will come up with that pass. Users will come up with that pass. That's the login groups. The message server is used for the login groups creation also. You can assign you can give it to the users. This is about the message server. The transaction code is message server, SM, system monitoring, MS, message server. Whenever I have mentioned /n, just assume that it's a transaction code. Okay, SM, MS. That's